Hello and welcome to PraDa Law Live. I'm your host, Jackie Mendez. We have an amazing show today for you guys, a very informative show. I want to first introduce our lawyers, our attorneys, our partners here at PraDa Law. We have Yoel Damas.
Hi, hello. I hope everyone's having a great Monday.
Of course, Jennifer Pratt.
Hi, it's a pleasure to be here.
And Alexis Garcia.
Hello, thank you for having me. As always, it's a pleasure.
We're talking bankruptcy, ladies and gentlemen. I want you to assure that on the number on your screen, it's 888-88-LEGAL. We want to make sure that you guys are comfortable. We want to make sure that you guys are getting your questions answered. The number's on your screen. Give us a call. We're ready to help you.
Thank you, Jackie. Well, it's Monday. And you know what that means. Party's over, weekend's over.
Party is over.
That's it. So, come Monday, one of the things we see at our office is we see an uptick, a big uptick, right?
Yes, you got it.
You can see what I've been doing all weekend long. So a big uptick in phone calls. And those phone calls are related a lot to financial matters. And our theory here is that people have a party weekend, they have a great time. Come Friday, they're like, I'm not dealing with this. Come Monday, though, realism comes in and they start dealing with problems, right?
I think they're looking at their receipts, all the money they spent all weekend, and they're like, holy moly, did I spend this much this weekend? What happened here?
No, now I get clients were calling today on their files. They need to move the bankruptcy along. They want to get things done. Mondays are just, a busy day.
And I'm sure it's a big day for creditors, too, to start calling, and they're, harassing the clients and telling them, you got to pay, I feel like every Monday I get everybody calling me, including I don't have no collectors, thank God, but I feel like a lot of people are calling on Monday.
We deal with people's collectors,
That's
so
right.
we get their collection calls when they can't call them anymore.
That's right, that's right.
Yeah, so Mondays are big for collectors, and one of the things, and we'll get into some details, but one of the things bankruptcy does is it stops collectors from calling you.
Oh, absolutely.
Right, Alexis? So,
and one of the biggest complaints I have from our clients, especially the older clients, are the phone calls. The phone calls, they just can't handle the constant calls, daytime, nighttime. I mean, these creditors are relentless. Filing a bankruptcy stops that immediately. And even better, if a creditor knows you're in bankruptcy because you've told them, or I've told them, and they continue to call them, you can sanction that creditor. That creditor now has to pay you for violating the automatic stay in bankruptcy. Yeah.
I love it. Yeah, bankruptcy is a tool, and again, in this program, we talk about bankruptcy because a lot of people look at it as failure. If they go into bankruptcy, they believe they failed. They believe that it's something bad. And the truth is that bankruptcy is used every day by the biggest corporations, the most astute financial minds, to actually be able to survive another day, and in many times eliminate all types of debt, right? And so let's jump into debt, and especially for our consumers.
Right, absolutely. These big companies, like you were touching on, they use the bankruptcies to get out of these issues, to get out of debt. And as individuals, we need to realize that tool is there for us, and it's just as powerful for us. If you file a personal consumer bankruptcy, you will walk out of that bankruptcy if it's filed properly by an attorney who understands protections in the law. You will walk out with your home, with certain vehicles, with your pension, with your retirement, with everything in place, but without your credit card debt. So, this is something available to individuals that they need to use, and that it's very important. And if you call us here at PraDa Law, we'll be able to hold your hand and we'll walk you through the process.
That's right, Attorney Garcia. And definitely, that's what we want you to do. We want you to protect your assets. And the way you can do that is by calling the number on your screen, 888-88-LEGAL. We're ready to help you. We have the experienced attorneys ready to help you at will. So give us a call. You have nothing to lose.
Thank you, Jackie. And speaking about asset protection, Attorney Pratt, bankruptcy provides just that, right? In many instances, both for our business owners and consumers.
Absolutely. One of the things that coronavirus came about is that we have a lot of business owners that are struggling because of the shutdowns. And because of that, bankruptcy had, coincidentally, quite frankly, because I don't think anyone expected coronavirus, COVID, to come about, the new subchapter 5. And I encourage a lot of business owners that are listening right now, that are watching right now, to come to our office office. The consultation is free. You're going to meet with Alexis Garcia. You're going to be able to talk to her about your business and really figure out if this is the best course of action for you. And a lot of times, Attorney Garcia, most of the companies, like for example, last week we heard about Lord & Taylor, and then I know that's a really old school company. They filed a Chapter 11.
Department store.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's a classic. It's a classic, you know, and it's like a Bloomingdale's, a Macy's, the old Burdines. And now they filed for Chapter 11 protection, and it doesn't necessarily mean that Lord & Taylor is going away, right?
It's the opposite. When these companies go into Chapter 11, what they're doing is they're saying, listen, we've run into some hard times here, but what we want to do is we want to restructure our debt. In a Chapter 11 bankruptcy, they're even going to take out additional loans and find funding to help rearrange their debt and come out of it and keep stores open, continue to operate. And, you know, on a consumer level, you're not going to operate a business. You're an employee, or maybe you have your own small business, but you can file an individual bankruptcy and you can do the same things. You can maintain your home, maintain your life, and get rid of that baggage or that debt that's weighing you down.
Absolutely. Attorney Garcia, thank you so much for that information. Once again, I want to remind you guys, there's a number on your screen, and that number is here to only help you. It's 888-88-LEGAL. Once again, the consultation is absolutely free. So take advantage. And Yoel, take us off.
Well, I mean, you know, the truth is that bankruptcy, as the attorneys on this panel are discussing, is a tool that could be used in a very powerful way, whether you're a small business or a consumer. And the truth is, it really comes down to protection and saving your assets. That's what this does for you. But not only is bankruptcy the only option, there's also loan modifications, and there's negotiations, and there's many ways to start the process if you're currently feeling underwater, if you're currently feeling like you just can't pay your bills. Don't dig into your 401ks. Don't dig into your equity in your home. It doesn't matter how low the interest rates are. Don't do that.
That's right. Don't touch your assets, ladies and gentlemen. Instead of doing that, give us a call, 888-88-LEGAL. That's your best option.
There you go. And it's that simple. Just dial the number and we'll walk you through it. We're going to a quick commercial break, but we'll be right back with some great options.
I know you're home right now asking yourself, how? How will I pay my rent, my mortgage, my bills, my credit card debt? I'm attorney Alexis Garcia with PraDa Law. I've personally helped people with financial problems over the last 10 years. I understand what you are going through. We saw people lose it all in the 2008 financial crisis. You don't have to lose it all. The consultation is free. Call us now. I will help protect what you have built. You have nothing to lose by calling us. Call us now. These are trying times. This deadly virus is affecting our health, economy, jobs, our small business owners. Bankruptcy protection may be able to save assets and immediately stop your creditors from harassing you. Small business owners, employees of business of any size, we know you need help. Call us now. We will help you get back on your feet. Don't wait until it's too late. This is the time to call.
Sé que estás en la casa ahora mismo preguntándote, ¿cómo voy a pagar la hipoteca, la renta, los biles, las tarjetas de crédito? Soy la abogada Jennifer Pratt con PraDa Law. Yo personalmente he ayudado a las personas con problemas financieros durante los últimos 10 años. Yo entiendo por lo que estás pasando. Vimos cómo la gente lo perdió todo durante la crisis financiera de 2008. No tienes que perderlo todo. Llama ahora. La consulta es gratis. Te ayudaremos a proteger todo lo que has construido durante todos estos años. Sabemos que estos son tiempos difíciles. Este virus mortal está amenazando nuestra salud, nuestra economía, nuestros empleos y a los propietarios de nuestras pequeñas empresas. La consulta es gratis. Llame ahora. Te ayudaremos a recuperarte. No esperes hasta que sea demasiado tarde. Llame ya.
And welcome back to PraDa Law Live. Once again, I'm Jackie Mendez, and I'm here to host the show. So we're talking about bankruptcy law, and we have the best, okay? We have the experienced attorneys here to help you. And the number's on your screen, please give it a call. 888-88-LEGAL. We have Attorney Garcia, Attorney Pratt, and Attorney Damas here to give us the best information and guidance to represent you and your troubles.
Thank you, Jackie, and I appreciate that intro and you know, talking about us in such a fond way. We really
we have the fondest comments about you guys.
We really appreciate it, and one of the things I will tell you is we try our best. That's what we do. And, you know, we can't guarantee anything. And sometimes things are easier, sometimes they're tougher. But what you will get from us is 100% dedication to your case, to your legal matter, regardless of what that legal matter is. Before the break, we were discussing negotiations and how it doesn't even necessarily have to be about bankruptcy. And over the break, I was discussing this with Attorney Pratt. And we'd like to get, I mean, we deal with a lot of negotiation for our clients. Attorney Pratt, what are you seeing? Are we getting anywhere? Are banks and financial companies willing to work with us at this point?
Right. So one of the things we've talked about here on the show is just how all of us on the panel, whether for good or for bad, right, we've all lived through the 2008 financial crisis, and we saw how the banks, you know, treated their own consumers, their own customers. And one of the things that I'm seeing during what I refer to as this financial crisis, the COVID financial crisis, let's say, Attorney Damas, is that I'm seeing that the creditors are much more willing to negotiate and work with us during these times. And I think it's because this is something just completely unprecedented, right? Even in the 2008 crisis, there was some talk about whether it was or wasn't indeed the property owner's fault, and whether they went over their head and purchased homes that maybe they just really couldn't afford. Here, we have a really, at least in my lifetime, unprecedented situation where nobody just wanted to stop paying. There's been government shutdowns with people losing their jobs. I mean, it's just
they have no other choice.
Exactly, no choice, absolutely no choice. And so what I have seen, Attorney Damas, is that they are more willing to come to the table to negotiate with us. We, you know, every case is different, but we are making great strides, great negotiations, settlement agreements for our clients that don't want to file bankruptcy, and that maybe right now is not the right time to file bankruptcy, but they do want to eliminate or negotiate down some of their debt.
Now, go ahead, Jackie.
Well, I love everything that you guys are talking, but I just want to make sure that everybody at home sees the number on the screen. It's 888-88-LEGAL, and we're willing to help. Please give us a call. Once again, the consultation is free. The call is free. The advice is free. We need you to call so we can give you advice.
Yeah, you have no reason why, if you're dealing with a financial matter right now that's weighing heavy on you, why you won't dial that number.
That's right.
You have nothing to lose.
Nothing to lose.
Just get some advice, get it off your chest, take it off your shoulders, and give it to us, or give it to another professional. But don't go to sleep with this burden on you. It makes no sense. There's opportunity out there to fix your problems. Going back to the negotiation, before we go back to bankruptcy, Attorney Pratt, you mentioned that, of course, every case is different, but what are some of the results that we've seen? I mean, are they knocking $10 on a $10,000 debt? And again, every case is different, and the truth is, you might not even get a reduction on anything. But what you're seeing as far as financial institutions giving us offers for our clients?
Absolutely, Attorney Damas. What I'm seeing is that the companies that we're working with, the creditors that we're negotiating with, we're seeing all sorts of different payment plan options, whether it's a lump sum that some folks can try to do, and I'm seeing reductions as much as 50%. And these are incredible reductions on debt that, you know, you've had racked up, whether it's credit card debt, whether it's, I have one particular case, it's an auto deficiency. I know a lot of people don't know that when you get your car, if you've gotten your car repoed in the last few months, you're going to get a letter that says, hi, we sold the car, you owe us the difference between the loan and what we sold it for. And I think a lot of people have the misconception that, oh, they came and took the car, I don't owe anything anymore. No, you do.
You still
and they
owe
will
that
sue
money.
you for that.
Yeah, you still owe that money. And once again, I just want to interrupt really quick. That number to call is 888-88-LEGAL. If you have any of those issues, let go your ego. It's okay.
I love it.
It's almost okay. I mean, bankruptcy happens to many people, so let go of that ego. It's okay. I mean, it's not a big deal as many people perceive it to be.
Definitely. And Attorney Pratt, you said, when they repo your car, you're left with the deficiency, and that's the money part. So at the end of the day, you're left, and it's not a laughing matter, you're left without a car, and you're left with debt. And now you're pretty much worse off than before. If we can't negotiate it for you, and if you are in that situation, there's a way to possibly get you to zero, and that's bankruptcy. We're going to go to a quick commercial break. We'll be right back to discuss those options for you.
I know you're home right now asking yourself, how? How will I pay my rent, my mortgage, my bills, my credit card debt? I'm attorney Alexis Garcia with PraDa Law. I've personally helped people with financial problems over the last 10 years. I understand what you are going through. We saw people lose it all in the 2008 financial crisis. You don't have to lose it all. The consultation is free. Call us now. I will help protect what you have built. You have nothing to lose by calling us. Call us now. These are trying times. This deadly virus is affecting our health, economy, jobs, our small business owners. Bankruptcy protection may be able to save assets and immediately stop your creditors from harassing you. Small business owners, employees of business of any size, we know you need help. Call us now. We will help you get back on your feet. Don't wait until it's too late. This is the time to call.
Sé que estás en la casa ahora mismo preguntándote, ¿cómo? ¿Cómo voy a pagar la hipoteca, la renta, los biles, las tarjetas de crédito? Soy la abogada Jennifer Pratt con PraDa Law. Yo personalmente he ayudado a las personas con problemas financieros durante los últimos 10 años. Yo entiendo por lo que estás pasando. Vimos cómo la gente lo perdió todo durante la crisis financiera del 2008. No tienes que perderlo todo. Llama ahora. La consulta es gratis. Te ayudaremos a proteger todo lo que has construido durante todos estos años. Sabemos que estos son tiempos difíciles. Este virus mortal está amenazando nuestra salud, nuestra economía, nuestros empleos y a los propietarios de nuestras pequeñas empresas. La consulta es gratis. Llame ahora. Te ayudaremos a recuperarte. No esperes hasta que sea demasiado tarde. Llame ya.
And welcome back to PraDa Law Live. Once again, I'm Jackie Mendez, and we've had an amazing show, very informative show. We've been talking about bankruptcy. We've had our partners, our best partners here at PraDa Law Live, okay? I just want to go ahead and say that.
Oh, I don't know how Mr. Silver is going to feel about that one. We'll keep him out of this one, Jackie.
Well, Mr. Silver is definitely included in that panel. But I definitely want to, go ahead and thank our Attorney Garcia, Attorney Pratt, and Attorney Damas.
Thank you.
We've been here. We want to make sure, though, that you guys are here with us, and you're calling that number, 888-88-LEGAL.
Well, what Jackie was saying is that Attorney Silver is the bestest partner, right? He is the bestest of the bestness. That's what she was saying.
Absolutely. That's why you're a great attorney, Mr. Damas. And this profession was meant for you.
You didn't let her finish. That's what she was saying.
But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, once again, that number's on your screen, 888-88-LEGAL. Go ahead and take it away for us, Joel.
Thank you. So in the last segment, we were talking about negotiation, debt negotiation. And, we love every single one of our clients. But sometimes it doesn't matter if we get them from 20 to 10 or 30 to 10. And when I'm talking about $30,000 to $10,000, and we're able to, provide these huge reductions. And again, every case is different. Unfortunately, some of them still come back and say, I want zero. Right. Well,
oh yeah.
Yeah, right. That's the case.
Oh, yeah.
That's not a negotiation. Something different.
That's like our negotiations at night with our husbands, right? Like, exactly. I want this, and that's it. That's how I feel.
Really?
You know about that, no? They don't do that to you at home?
I don't know nothing.
That's a great.
I don't know.
Once again, exhibiting attorney traits and pleading the fifth when talking about the
I know nothing. I know nothing. Well,
but you're right, Attorney Damas. Some folks, it's either they don't want to pay anything, or they can't. For a lot of people, they can't. They simply can't. Even if we've reduced it significantly, even if the payment, monthly payment, may be affordable to you, the next person it's not.
Well, that's a great point because, I have some clients that are filing for bankruptcy and they'll tell me they want to file a 13. And I'm like, but why? You fit in a Chapter 7. Your income's below the median. Whatever assets you have, I can protect. Let's do a 7 and get out of it. And they tell me, but I want to pay something back. I don't want to wipe everything out. So, you do see that a lot with individuals. Yeah.
Well, but what about for those clients that they're straight up saying, I don't want to pay anything back? The answer is, could we get them to that dream of zero?
Absolutely, we can get them to that dream of zero, and that is with the bankruptcy. There's a certain point where you do not have an obligation to pay back. If you cannot meet your minimal needs, if when you get paid, you pay your rent or your mortgage, your car, your food, things for your children, and then that's it. There's no money there. There's no money there. They can't take money somewhere from where there's not. So you file a bankruptcy and you get that zero.
What about if there's money in equity in their home?
Oh, please don't touch that. No, your home, that's your castle, okay? That is your retirement nest. That's what you want to give to your children. The bankruptcy code, our state, carves out an exemption for your home. What does that mean? That means the government doesn't expect you to sell your home and to pay your debts with that money. They allow you to file a bankruptcy, keep your home, and get rid of your debts.
I love the explanation Attorney Garcia just gave because it hits home, and that is the government doesn't expect you to sell your home to pay some credit cards.
You need a roof over your head. You need your home, okay? And if you can only pay your home, then you can't pay your credit cards. Use the bankruptcy.
And not just credit cards, but any creditors. I know everyone will remember the O.J. Simpson case. After he got hit with the civil lawsuit, one of the first things he did was he came down to Florida, and what did he do?
He bought a home because we have a great homestead protection. Believe it or not, and not in every state can you protect your homestead.
Yeah.
Other states you go to, you run the risk of losing your home to creditors.
And those carve-out extensions extend to things like retirement accounts, correct?
Absolutely. They 401ks, pension plans, because some individuals have a 401k and a pension from the county. Your pensions aren't touched either. Just because you have both, everything is left as is. You can protect them all in bankruptcy.
And last time you said something about even if you have a workers' compensation claim that's coming in as well. So for those folks that may have other related settlements or things like that, every case is different, but
every case is different, clearly. Workman's comp, if you're receiving funds from your employer because you're injured and you can't work, those funds are protected. Social Security funds are protected. Back owed alimony, is protected as well. There's so many different ways to protect certain assets, and there's so many things you do not need to dip into when you cannot pay your credit cards.
Attorney Garcia, thank you so much. Basically, protect your assets, ladies and gentlemen. And the way you can protect your assets is by calling the number on the screen. It's simple, 888-88-LEGAL. We're ready, we're willing, we want to represent you, and we want you to know your rights. So protect your assets and give a call to 888-88-LEGAL.
Thank you, Jackie. Again, and I want to reiterate this to the public and to our viewers. Do not sell your home. Do not indebt your home. Do not pull money out of your retirement accounts to pay your credit card debts. A lot of you today are living off of your credit cards. You've been unemployed for a few months. You're hurting and you're trying to figure it out. There's a point where and again, the Attorney Garcia explained it best, where the government does not expect you to sell the roof over your head or indebt the roof over your head to be able to pay your bills. So don't do it. There's no reason for that. Now, and I'm sorry, production just told us we have a minute to go,
We have
Jackie.
a minute to go, ladies and gentlemen, but before that minute ends up, I want you to make sure that you have that number on the screen. It's very simple. It's very, very simple. It's 888-88-LEGAL, and that's the number that you need to call for your representation to protect your assets. We have the best attorneys at will to help you.
that is only Jackie Mendez's opinion,
yes.
by the way.
And I can vouch for that because I am also a client.
Uh-oh.
There you go. So we're not saying we're the best. Our client is saying we're the best. And that's, what are we going to do about that? Thank you for tuning in. We're going to see you again tomorrow, but you don't have to wait for an episode. Dial the number now, 888-88-LEGAL. See you tomorrow.